Alright, what's up everybody? This is Gribbz here again. If you're new here, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Every subscribe and like helps out with the algorithm, and it helps get my content and my dance and this information out there. So thank you for doing all those 2 or 3 things. It helps out a lot. I've gone full-time with this now. I'm teaching kids after school how to dance, soon to be shuffling. So yes, I am in the public school system, and it is amazing to be teaching the youth how to dance and express to this euphoric expression we call shuffling. The style that I do specifically is called Melbourne shuffling, hence Empower Melbourne Shuffle. I don't have subtitles yet, but that would have been that. But anyways, yeah, so that's why I named my channel and my business Empower Melbourne Shuffle, because, well, it is empowering. Dance is empowering in itself. Take the label away from all dance, or from all the styles, and you're dancing, you know. But you know, they are broken up into specific dance styles, which, you know, is good, because if you want to go learn any of those styles, you know, you can do that, you know. And there's teachers and instructors, me, for this particular one, and there's a lot of other tutorials out there too. But you know, now it's my time to shine a little bit and spread my perception on the dance and my my take on things. Things evolve. Things change a little bit. The fundamentals and the foundation of the dance certainly always will stay the same, and I will definitely stay true to that. That's why I came out with the T-step first. If some of you were wondering, the T-step is the Melbourne Shuffle. Running Man didn't come later, okay? Which today is the Running Man tutorial. So behind me here, I have a couple of pieces of sticky notes for those that are like real visual learners. Kind of help you out. I'm going to teach you how to do the Running Man, just the basic Running Man today. I'm going to try and keep this video under 20 minutes today. I like to talk a lot because I have a lot to say on the matter. So I guess without further ado, we will begin. Alright, so first things first, for the Melbourne Shuffle, you want to have nice flat shoes, as well as with when you're doing the T-step, okay? You don't want any grip, because this dance originally was done on, you know, nice smooth floor, nice, you know, concrete floors. You know, you don't want grip, or you're gonna possibly trip yourself up. Okay, so that's why a lot of the times you see me and you see dancers back in the day and shufflers back in the day using baby powder, because it would help them slide around easier, especially in bars or clubs or wherever you're at, you know, where it's sticky. It can be very hard to move around. It makes it not fun at all to dance. Okay, so for the Melbourne Running Man, okay, here's what it looks like. I'm not going to use the notes right now. I'm just going to do it right here. Okay, so it's 2 hops. Now this move, the Running Man, it comes from, this is a borrowed move. It comes from hip hop, okay? Our dance, a lot of like top rocking, you know, a lot of that, there is elements of like hip hop and other dances within shuffling. The T-step, to my knowledge, and hey, if you know some information, to my knowledge, the T-step is not in any other dance. You know, the T-step is the Melbourne Shuffle. So I think that's really cool. Like that is ours. You know, that's unique. You know, to Melbourne, the Melbourne Shufflers. So, but elements such as like the Running Man, for instance. Okay, they say there's top rocking. You have rocking in Melbourne Shuffling as well. That's kind of a little bit different thing, and people have different interpretations on it as well. And when I get to that video, I will do my best to cover it. But for today, we're just going to be learning or going over the Running Man. So In this particular running man, Melbourneshuffle running man, it's 2 hops, okay? Comes from hip hop. Hop 1, 1. Hop 2, okay? Now, you can either slide back or hop back. Either or is okay. Just know, the more you hop, the more you bounce, you're going to have more power. Versus if you slide with it, okay, you're going to be a lot smoother. You're going to be more chill and relaxed, kind of like this. Okay? Versus if you want a little bit more power, you want to make sure you're adding that hop, or that bounce, okay? So, 1, 2. Okay, now you see the difference there? You see how my knee comes up a little higher? It looks a little cleaner. I like to aim for a 90-degree angle, but even that, it can be a little too high sometimes. But so like you can aim for like a 45-degree angle, about right here, okay? If you want to come up to a 90, and you want that nice, clean look, you can have that, all right? There's nothing wrong with that. I personally try and go for a 90-degree angle every time with my knee. And it's all preference, but it takes a while for you to get your knees up there, okay? And that's just all part of it. This is very athletic dance, okay? So just keep in mind that it's going to take you a while to stretch those muscles and get your legs up higher and higher, you know, as you become more, you know, like flexible over time with this dance, because it does take a while. So again, 2 hops. I'm going to use the tape now, or the sticky notes, and you can do this at home. So starting in the middle, okay, it's going to be 1 hop, 1, okay, 2nd hop, okay. So notice how neither of my feet are in the middle. It's in front and in back here, okay. Now that was the left side. Now I'm going to hop in the middle on my right side. So you know, you're getting ready, or 1, and my left knee goes up. Now, spread and hop again, 2, okay? Hop again with the left, in the middle, okay? Again, oh, you'll lose your balance sometimes. Now, go on the right side again, left side, right side, until you're moving faster and faster like this. Okay, definitely going to get your heart rate up, so get ready. You can take your foot and measure it if you want with the pieces of tape or the notepad paper. If you want, you can kind of measure your foot out a little bit in the middle, and then that's your starting point, that gap. Okay. Now, there's something called a Dorsiflex that is used in running, and you know, there are many layers of this dance. It can get very technical. But I see a lot of people come up in a flag formation like this, where their foot is pointed. I'm not going to say it's wrong, okay? I'm not ever going to say any type of dance or is wrong necessarily. But for the Melbourneshuffle, you want to come up with a nice flat foot. And the reason why, if you are a runner, you know that there's something called a dorsiflex, which I just mentioned a minute ago. When you come up with that dorsiflex with your foot already flexed up like this, in the flat position, not more of a flag position, what that's going to do, it's going to drive your leg and your knee up higher like this, okay? Versus coming up with a flag formation, you're coming up and it takes a little longer to come up and then out. It does give you a different look, and I know some really talented shufflers that do it that way. But today, like I said, I am covering the Melbourne running man, okay? Specifically how I learned, and the Melbourne running man only, okay? Come up with a nice flat foot. I'm going to do this side. Come down with a flat foot. Up, flat foot. Down, flat foot. So not like this. Not to say it's wrong. It's just a different way to do it. where the foot is dragging or a flag, okay, that's, I'm not going to say it's incorrect, but if you want to look Melbourne, okay, Melbourne style, come up with a flat foot, not a flag, okay? Flat, flag, flat foot, okay? From my experience, from my knowledge, from everything that I've learned, it's going to make you look more powerful, coming up with a flatter foot, and it's going to give you a whole different look. Okay, there's many different things you can do with your Running Man to change your look. You could do the flag if you want. Experiment. I highly recommend you experiment with maybe having more like a flag formation. Practice the Melbourne way, coming up with a flat foot, coming down with a flat foot. Having a longer stride in the front. There's a video out there, which if I can find it, I'll link it in the description below. There's like a triangle, so it's like A, B, and C. Okay, and they do a really good job at describing it. Basically, you have like your height, your stride, and it's kind of like the distance or like area in between the two. So what I mean by that is, think of it as you have three, what should I call it? Like 3 different ways to do it, okay, in a sense. So you have, number 1, you can stay nice and tight with it, so watch. So, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. You can have a longer stride in the front, so, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. Okay, so you can land out farther in the front, or you can have a farther stride in the back, or a deeper lunge, I should say. So like this. So, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. Okay. So imagine you have 3 sections right now. You have 1, you have the middle of the 2 pieces of paper right here, and you have 3, okay? So you can be very tight, and you can have like really high knees right here in the middle of the paper, let's say, for example. You can have a farther stride out front, or you can have this back section where you can have a deeper lunge, okay? Where you're gonna sink more into the lunge, okay? So, like I said earlier, I'm not ever gonna tell you or tell anyone that they're necessarily doing it wrong. But what I'll tell you is that if it feels right to you, keep doing it. All right. That's the best I can do for you. I'll show you how I do it and how the Melbourne shuffling is, and the way of it, like the way of the Melbourne shuffle. But ultimately, we're not all supposed to look like robots. We're not all supposed to look the same. So that's why I'm being really careful right now with with my wording, because there's going to be people watching this and they're going to go, well, like, why can't I do it the flag way or the flamingo way or the whatever way, how I was breaking it down earlier. You can do that if you want, but for people that want to learn the Melbourne Running Man specifically, and how to look powerful. You can look smooth too, but this is a hard dance, remember that. And yes, you can dance to whatever you want. You can dance to softer beats, higher beats, but everyone's different. You don't have to dance to the same stuff anymore. Back then, all they had was like, techno, trance, hard style. Now there's an abundance of genres and music that you can dance to whatever you want to. But in reality, or to never forget the history, this is a hard dance. And when you make it look, when you make the dance or the style look harder looking, it looks really cool, okay? So just keep that in mind, okay? You can be as smooth as you want with this dance. You can make it look hard, okay? You can make it look very like soft or flowy. Okay, just a few words to kind of like describe. In the next video, after this one, I'll do more of like a demonstration with music, with a Running Man only. And then probably in the video after that, I will do a video of Running Man combined with T-step only. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to work all the way up for the beginners that are watching this, so that way you can take the steps to becoming a shuffler, you know, a Melbourne shuffler specifically. And literally, I'm literally gonna build your own foundation for you, and you can follow it along as we progress, and it'll lead you all the way up to, you know, what they call Melbourne shuffling or rocking. Okay, rocking is, like I said earlier, it has a few different interpretations, but it is also like considered like a style. But Melbourne shuffle had a few different names as the history of it was evolving, and then eventually they would call it rocking. So if it's Melbourne shuffling or rocking, it's the same thing, okay? And when we get to that video, we'll cover that more of what it looks like. Right now, I don't want there to be all this stress on the people that are new watching this. I want you to understand, you know, the fundamentals, okay, that I'm teaching first, and then we'll get into putting it all together. Okay, remember, it's a journey. It's not a race. Everything today is like go 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 go. It's like everything is just super fast paced, and like we just need to chill a little bit. Okay, a lot of people are very eager to learn this right now, and you know, and we all want to show each other like this amazing dance, and just not shuffling, but just dance overall. And we all have our social media platforms, and I get it, I'm there too. It feels good, it feels amazing, you know, to spread your passion, to spread dance, but really spend time working on the fundamentals, which, you know, so far we covered the T-step and the Running Man. I'm going to go over some more here in just a minute. And really drill these till you have it down, till you feel like confident, okay? Because I remember when I was learning my Running Man in the beginning, it just never felt smooth. Now I can make my Running Man look really aggressive. I can, you know, while having a far stride and being smooth with it at the same time. I can travel with the Running Man, which we'll go over some drills here in a little bit too. Okay, so just keep all these things in mind. Okay, it's not a race. So take your time with this. All right, I'm going into my 5th year. There's some folks out there that are going into their like 10th and 13th year. Okay. I've been consistent since the very beginning though, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon, because I see the power and the potential of spreading this dance to anyone who wants to learn it, and I know what it has done for me, so I know exactly what it can do for you if you're watching right now, okay? And that's why I'm on here on YouTube, you know, giving it away for free, because, you know, it's amazing, you know, why not? So, yeah, okay, so back to the Running Man again, okay? I do a lot of talking, like I said, but a lot of good food for thought. So again, with these pieces of tape, or the notepads, 2 hops, okay? So, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, if you notice, it's two hops, or it can be 2 slides, depending on if you want to be chill with it. 2 hops or 2 slides for each side. Now watch. I'm going to do it facing the camera once. So 1, 2. Now we're hopping up on the left side and doing 2 on that side. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Now I'm going to turn this way. Just give you different angles. I'll turn facing the back too, because I know some people like to mirror as well. Okay, so again, so this is my right leg. So 1, 2. Okay, if you have to just practice the one side, do that. So what I mean by that is, if it takes you 10 times to do this, to get the connection of this middle step is what always messes people up. A lot of people tend to do this. They tend to do this, and they miss the middle step, okay? So if it, train one side first and then train the other, okay? Because your right side goes to the left side of your brain, if you didn't know, and left side to the right side of your brain. So, fun fact. Okay, so right side of your foot, or your right side, practice like this. So hop, 1, 2, reset, hop, reset, okay? Once that becomes familiar, once you're able to do this like 10 times, no problem. Okay, now focus on the other side, okay? I'm going to turn this way so you can see my leg. So hop up, come out, hop up, come out. Now, when you get that down, when you get this down on both sides, and the other side, right? Now add in that middle step, okay? So it's, I'm going to start with my left side here. So hop up, 1, 2. That was the left side, complete, done. Now hold that position. Remember what we did on the right side, right? Now hop up on the right side in the middle, 1, 2. Okay, does that seem familiar? We did that on the right side already. Now you're starting over and you're going to go on the left side again. 1, 2. Okay? You see a pattern here? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay? That's how it's done. And I wish there was a video like that, how I just explained it, you know, when I was learning 4.5 years ago. Because that would have helped so much, you know. There's a lot of different ways out there, and I'm sure there's some ways out there that people have that are, you know, maybe a little more, you know, maybe they explain it better than me, and that's fine. But I'm doing it the way that I've taught people, and it seems to have worked really fast. I've been getting people to learn it in under 2 to 5 minutes. Some people are going to struggle with this, and that's okay. When I first learned the Running Man, it took me, I want to say, a month to maybe like 2, maybe 3 months. I can't remember that far back, but I know it took me like at least a month. Okay, so it's going to take you a while, all right? So you just got to keep practicing. I'm going to get a little close here for the camera. I know my head's going to be cut off a little bit, but again, okay, so 2 hops or 2 slides. If you want to be more aggressive with it, hop with it. If you want to be more chill, you can slide with it if you want. But still come up with that flat foot always for this particular Running Man, okay? Okay. So, just a couple of things there. I have some notes here. Let's see. Other things. Posture. Keep a straight posture. People are going to be hunched over in the beginning, maybe. Like you might be like this. You want to work on straightening your posture over time. Okay. You can look down at your feet. There's no problem with that. Over time, maybe look up at a focal point. Look up at the camera, okay, and focus on the crowd, you know, or a focal point, okay. It's okay to look down at your feet every now and then, or if you're doing a move or whatever, it's not bad, you know. Other tendencies that I had in the beginning, you're gonna bob your head. So a lot of times I used to do this, like I would really bob my head a lot. And that's not necessarily wrong, but I had like bad neck problems from doing that until I finally had somebody kind of like pull me to the side and they're like, hey, you know, try and hold your head up kind of like you're on a swivel, or you're like your body is the gimbal and your head is like the camera, you know. That will help out a lot. So just a couple of things there. Straight posture for this particular style of Running Man. Try to keep your head up and still. If it's okay to bob your head to the music, okay? I was in band when I was younger, so like I played percussion, so hitting the drums. If anyone knows who like Travis Barker is, you know, from Blink 182, that guy's a legend. Like, you know, I get it. Like hitting the drums, like banging your head. That's kind of part of the dance. You know, this is again a hard dance. A lot of hard style shufflers. That's a kind of a whole nother style as well. They would do a lot of arm motions and head movement like this and bobbing the head. That's totally cool too. I think that's awesome. I'm just pointing out some things for you that you can maybe iron out, or maybe you want that look later on. Okay, so let's see. Oh, your back foot, by the way, it might come up a little bit like this, and that's fine. Okay, don't worry about that. It doesn't have to be completely flat. Okay, it can come up. It can come up on the toe a little bit, or the ball of the foot. Okay, that's not a problem. Let me see. We talked about length. We talked about slide or the hop. Don't lean too much. You want to stay straight up for this particular style. Focus on looking up with your running man, okay? You can also you can turn your head when you're doing this. So like you can try like looking left and right. Okay, so you can try looking left, looking right. Okay. And there's a lot more layers that we're going to cover. I'm not going to go over too much today. I just want you to get the basic running man down, okay? So much more to cover. I will go over arms quickly because that is important, because it's like, what do I do with my arms, you know? So what you can pretend like you're running on a track like this, and it's opposite, you know, pretend like you're actually running. If you need to like figure it out, like try running, taking a little jog in your home. What do? Opposite arm to opposite leg, right? Same thing with the running man. You're gonna do opposite arm to opposite leg. So I'm gonna hop up, see what came up? My right arm came up, and my left knee came up. Okay? So this is just one way of doing it. You don't have to look like an actual running man. It's the way that I started out doing it. It's fine. So you can let your arms hang if you want. Sometimes another tendency you might do is you might point. I still catch myself pointing every now and then in my videos. You'll ball your fists up sometimes. Sometimes you'll kind of look like you'll have like claws or something. Your hands do weird things. They'll kind of do awkward things. Okay, so don't worry about that. You'll smooth that out over time, but you want to record yourself so you can see what you need to fix. Okay, see what you need to iron out. So again, you can let your arms hang like I was saying, like this. Okay. Okay. You can let your arms hang. You can have one arm up. Pretend like you're holding a shield, maybe, like this. You can alternate, let them hang, let them swing. Okay? There's a lot of different things you can do with your arms with the running man. But for now, for those of you that are new that are watching this, I want you to just let them hang. Or pretend like you're on a track, the track at the high school or whatever school you're at, you know, where you have your track in. Pretend like you're running like this, but even that can look a little, after about 8 counts, you know, you want to change it up. So try doing this for 4 counts and then let your arms hang. Okay, so the idea of this is you want to be changing every like 6 to 8 counts or so with this particular dance. Okay, so like you don't want to just do 8 counts of this. You know, you can. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes maybe you want to give a nice, powerful display of the running man. Okay, but like try and switch your arms up, okay? Do different things with your arms. And I'll go over more, I'll do like an upper... Okay, I got cut off there, but like I was saying, we're gonna learn this in little bite-sized chunks, okay? So just take it one day at a time, one video at a time. I'm putting out some really good, useful content right now for you guys, and I'm super excited to get this out there more. So I think that's all I had for now. We're gonna go over some drills next for you, because you need to have some drills, you know, to practice. Let's see, hit the Running Man. If any of you know what a metronome is, it's a little clicking device that makes sure you're on beat. You can turn it up from like 0 beats to like 200 beats. So it's like a, and you can turn up the BPMs of it, so faster and faster. I don't have it down here with me right now. I'll have to get it out in a future video for you guys, but basically you can, it's a way to increase your speed, okay? And the way you increase your speed is dancing to faster music, okay? So if you're not into this yet, there's genres called, there's techno, and there's trance, there's house music, which is, let me break it down for you. Indie music, and you can look this up for yourself. Indie music can be pretty fast, like indie/alternative music can be like anywhere, I want to say from like, 80 or 90 to like maybe 100-ish. House music is anywhere from like 100 to say like 114 to maybe like 120. Techno, you're gonna get into like 130 to 132 plus. Trance is gonna be, like 138 to like 140 plus. And when I say these numbers, it's BPMs, it's beats per minute, okay? Then you have hardstyle, which is like, what did I end up? On like 140 to like 145 plus, okay? And that's super fast, really fast. That's like some of the fastest you can get. There's happy hardcore after that, which is just like above and beyond. It's like 160 to like 180, 200 plus, which it's just like, it's crazy. It's a lot of fun though. I stick around the, I like to dance to trance mostly. I dance to anything, whatever I'm feeling, but this year I am diving into hardstyle more. I'm trying to get more into that, just because it's fast, but it's like the fastest that I can go personally right now, and I just like to challenge myself. So who knows what I'll do after that, but hardstyle, I mess with it all. I like trance, techno, house, indie/alternative, funk, new disco, you name it. Like, I'm not just a shuffler. I can dance to a lot of different genres, and do a lot of other different styles as well. And that's the beauty of this, is once you learn this, you will put all this together and you will be your own unique style. And that's why I said earlier, we don't want to look like robots, okay? But you need to get the fundamentals down, of course, first, just like anything. You have a house, which we're in. If you live at home, right, you gotta have a foundation, okay? And you can't rush that foundation. You have to let it dry. You have to let it, you have to soak it up, okay? You have to let it sink in and let it process, okay? So, words of wisdom from Gribbz. Again, so a metronome. Getting back to that, you can download these for free on Google. They have metronome apps on the Google Play Store or your iPhone app. You can download metronome in Spotify or SoundCloud, I believe. YouTube has a metronome, okay? Feel free, you can look these up. And say if you want to dance to 125 beats per minute, you can speed that up to where you're going 125 beats. And that's how you're going to train yourself, okay, for those that are very technical. Or, you can, if you're ever curious, there's an app called Tap Tempo, or just look up Tempo app, something along those lines for your particular device, because they're different. They don't always coincide with Android, Apple, Google, you know, whatever Google phone you have. And you can literally, if you're listening to a song out and about somewhere, you can literally tap to the beat of the song on tap tempo, and it'll tell you right there what the BPM of that song is. And then you can also manually look up the song and be like, oh, what is this BPM of, you know, such and such artist, and it'll tell you, oh, this artist by Gribbz is, you know, 130 beats per minute. So then you can figure out where you sit currently, where you're comfortable at, okay? And you can slowly but surely work your way up to faster music, or work your way down to slower music, because it works both ways. And I highly recommend practicing to slower music. I also highly recommend practicing to faster music. The nice thing about practicing to faster music is once you go back down to slower music, it's like super easy. However, in retrospect, practicing to slower music allows you to hit every single beat and really feel the music. That way you can, when you do speed it up as well, it's almost no problem. Okay, so don't neglect going to slow music, because I see a lot of people dancing to the faster stuff, and you know, I get it. It's a hard style dance. A lot of people think they need to dance to faster stuff. Take my word for it. Try dancing to some slower stuff and see what it does to you. But also, try dancing to some faster stuff and see what it does to you. Play around, experiment. Like, don't be, you know, one-sided and think, oh, all I have to dance to is fast stuff, or all I have to dance to, you know, of course do you, but I'm telling you from experience, try a little bit of everything and see what it does to you, because you just never know what it's going to open up next in your flow, okay? So yeah, that's a little bit on a metronome that you, if you don't have a metronome, you can always look one up or download one for free. Another tip, don't forget to breathe, okay? A lot of times people like hold their breath when they dance, okay? So you want to really make sure you breathe, okay? So make sure you kind of just have that in your head until it gets subconscious. You know? Subconsciously, you're just doing it. That's it for that. Oh, another tip. Another good tip, the core, okay? So, I mean, we're at the gym. A lot of people that are watching this, right? You probably work out, right? You use your core. We're using our core right now when we stand up. We're using a lot of muscles right now when we stand up. When you go to the gym, you're using your core to do a lot of different workouts. Same thing. When you're doing the Running Man, you bet, like, you're doing a slight crunch. You are leaning over a little bit. Not this much, but, you know, you're doing a slight little crunch activation there. Now, I'm telling you right now, these are some golden rules for Running Man. Excuse me, I need some water. When you do your Running Man, these are the golden rules right here that I go by. Look up, stand up straight, good posture, drive the knee up, think in your head, drive the knee up. If you want a higher knee, go up higher, you know? Think, you know, 90-degree angle or 45-degree angle, whatever works for you at the current time, okay? And what was my other one? Oh yeah, the core. Okay, so flex your core a little bit while you're doing the Running Man. Okay, and I guarantee you, excuse me, I guarantee you will get at least an inch to 2 inches more of height if you actually flex and engage that core a little bit. After about a month or so of doing this, you will start to just do it automatically, okay? And then you won't even think about it. There's a lot of things with this dance and with everything in life and with dance in general. First, you start out with the feet, you know? And then you get to like kind of your midsection or your legs, and then your hips and your midsection, and then your chest and your shoulders and your arms and your head and everything. Once you learn that section of the body or that part, then you stop worrying about that, and then you're on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Once you get the core down, then you stop thinking about that. Excuse me. And then you, it starts to become second, what do you call it, like second nature, you know, so you don't have to think about it as much. So, you know, engage your muscles. When you're doing the running man, don't just do it sloppily. Don't just, you know, like shrugging. You want to look prominent. You want to look powerful. You know, you want to look like, hey, I'm here, you know? So, just keep that in mind. Let's see. You know, practice for 10 to maybe 20 or 30 seconds of just straight running man and getting it up there. Like practice literally, like you can have a timer and I want you to practice, see how high you can get your running man up and then maybe pause and then see how far and how high you can get your running man up within that window, within the timer. Do this once or twice a week for like a month straight. I would always do this at the shuffle meets, and you'll see great improvement in your stamina, your height, your knee height, your knee stride or length. Okay. Excuse me. I need some water. This is ridiculous. Oh man, you know, when you talk a lot, when you give speeches, you know, you want to stay hydrated and drink some water because your throat gets dry. Okay. Oh, I feel much better. All right, so that is officially it. Now we're going to move on to drills, okay? And yes, there is a lot more I'm going to cover, but for right now, like, if you're new, like you just found out about this, do not worry about what to do with your chest, or do not worry about what to do, you know, with your arms, besides what I showed you earlier with some simple arm movement. I just want to get your feet moving right now. I need to get you, I need to get you doing that before we move into the more serious stuff, okay? And it'll come. Just be patient with me, okay? I don't like to rush things. I don't like when people are rushing me to get something done. I do things at my own pace, okay? My own pace. So, drills. Running man in a circle. I learned this one from one of my mentors who lives in Melbourne, Australia. His name is Francis Vo. If you follow me, you can look him up. He has his own brand called The World Will Dance With Me. Very cool. But one of my mentors, who I trained with virtually a year ago or so, a couple years. This first one is a running man in a circle. This will get you to practice, what do you call it? I mean, just area of movement, traveling with your running man only. You can travel with a T-step only. You can travel with a running man only, same thing. So since I have it here, let's just take this sticky note right here, and I'm gonna running man in a circle to show you. This is drill number 1, okay, that you can use. So imagine I'm on a clock. This is going to be 12 o'clock, 3, my 6 o'clock is behind me, you have the 9 o'clock here on the left. Okay, and I'm going to go around the circle, then I'm going to go back clockwise, counterclockwise, okay? So first we'll go clockwise, okay? Starting with just doing the running man. And you see how I'm traveling and I'm moving myself back. Okay, it might look and feel a little weird, but it's going to feel a little awkward and a little weird at first. Okay, you can use your arms to push you back. Pretend like you're pulling, pushing back, pushing to the side. Okay, counterclockwise. You'll notice I'm turning my body when it's time to go back this way, I'm turning my body to the right when I'm going counterclockwise. And now I'm at the 6 o'clock, going back up towards the 5, 4, 3, 2, and I'm turning my body to the left. Okay? Because you have to turn your body in the direction that you want to go. Okay? I will do it from behind so you can kind of see here. Let me move this right here. Okay? I'm going to go clockwise. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. But you see how I'm turning my body? Okay, now I'm going to go the other way, counterclockwise. Okay, so drill number 1. You can take a piece of paper or a water bottle. It doesn't have to be a large circle, it can be a small circle, okay? Practice doing a smaller circle and then expand to a much larger circle, okay? Drill number 2, practice, this is going to help you travel, going in a straight line, forwards and backwards. So when you want to travel forwards, you are leaning forward a little bit, so watch. So I'm bobbing my head, I'm not bobbing my head, I'm tilting my head forward, my chest forward a little bit, okay? And this is causing me to, move forward. So therefore I have to take a step forward, okay, watch. Okay, I'm leaning over, and I'm moving forward. Same thing if you want to move back, okay? If you want to move back, you're going to move your footsteps back a little bit. I'll show you. You want to not necessarily drag, but move your foot back farther each step. And it's with each step that you go with the movement. Okay, so watch. That step back. Every step back, you're letting your weight go back with it instead of staying kind of stiff in place. Okay? This is like laws of physics right here. When you want to let your body go with the momentum, let it go with the momentum. Like, okay? Let your body go. Okay? Use that weight of the leg going back to travel backwards. So here's what it'll look like. Okay? That's what it's going to look like going forwards and backwards. And doing this is going to help you travel, to be able to take up more room, okay? Drill number 3. Go left and right. So imagine we're on a plane. Imagine we're on a cross right now, okay? We already did left and going front to back. Now we're going to practice going left to right, okay? So you're probably thinking, Gribbz, what are you talking about? How do you do the running man? Well, there's a couple of ways you can do it. And again, kind of the laws of physics apply again here, when it's in motion, like an object in motion will stay in motion, and if you shift your weight over, you're going to go with that. So again, start out doing the running man and shift your weight over. You're kind of shifting your shoulder, shifting your weight over this center line of your body right here, and you'll gradually inch over, okay? Okay. Now, I'm going to do it this way so you can see actual sideways. I'm also tilting my body just a little bit, because remember what I said earlier, whatever way you tilt or rotate your body in, you're going to go in that direction, okay? So watch again. If I turn my body a little bit, scoot back a little bit here. Okay. Okay. Another way you can do it, number two, you can cross your feet over like this. Okay. You can do that as well. So here we go, watch. Okay? So you can inch over slowly, or you can do the crossover method as well. So crossover method is like this. You're just taking very large steps across. Okay. So practice going left and right with that, and let me do it a few times. I'm gonna do I like doing the crossover, and you notice I'm turning my body. I'm rotating my body still. Okay. Okay. I'm rotating my body and keeping it rotated in that direction, but still giving it the effect of going left and right. Okay. Oh man, these are not going to be 20 minutes, guys. But it's okay because there's a lot of good information here. Next drill. Let's see. Shuffle for 4 counts. I want you to shuffle for 4 counts, maybe 6 counts. Let's do 6 counts for those that are new. Gives you more time to think. And then switch it up. So what I mean by that is let's go 4 running man stationary. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 running man and men. And then try moving to the right or left with it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay? So let me try it this way. Let's do 6 running man stationary and then like 4 running man crossover, like to the left, okay, to get you moving left and right. So let's do, starting with the right leg. So let's hop up and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Okay? So there you go. You can also do maybe 6 running man and then move back. So check this out. So starting again on the right, so and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Okay, so these are just some easy drills for you to get into the idea and the habit of moving around. Okay, go to the park if you're comfortable with that, or dance inside your home, wherever it is, and start shifting your weight, moving your body around, getting comfortable with that, okay? Because you're going to be doing a lot of traveling with this dance. Let's see. Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Record yourself. I guess that's all I have for now, guys, without getting too deep. I know this is already like, it's going to be like 40 minutes, but you know what? It's good information, and it needs to get out there. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, record yourself. If you don't have a mirror, I just got this mirror from Craigslist the other day. I tried to search for free ones, but no one was getting back to me, so I found this bad boy for like 50 bucks, and I was like, you know, that can be a lot for some people, I know, but like, the mirror's like 6'8" or something like that, and it's framed, you know, so I was like, all right, I'll lose out, you know, on 50 bucks, because I know, like, if you grind, you know, you can find, let me scoot up, you can definitely, you know, find free stuff on Craigslist. People give out free stuff all the time, you know. So, record yourself doing your running man, record yourself doing your T-step, have a mirror, because you need to see what you look like in real time. Recording yourself is another thing, because you remember being in high school, right, or junior high. You walk by the football, like the locker rooms, right, or any sports, doesn't matter. And what are they doing? They're reviewing the footage. So you need to review your own footage, yes, but it helps to have a mirror for dance in this category, to look at yourself real time and be able to fix your awkwardness. Maybe your hands are pointing, like I said, or maybe your fists are balled, or maybe you're doing something, you're doing something weird to you, that you want to fix. Okay, so yeah, record yourself, use your mirror, and yeah, I guess that's it. So let me know if this helped you. If you wanna tell me what's up, or you wanna tell me something below in the comments, go ahead, tell me what's up, say hi. If I'm missing some information or whatever, I'll revise this down the road again, because I'm going to be putting out tons and tons of content, and I want to share this dance. I want to share my perspective and on what I know and on Melbourne shuffling. So thus far, I'm still learning. I don't know all the answers, but I'm at a point where I've stayed really consistent with this dance, that I'm at a level where it's time to start showing others how to do this. Because I've seen what it's done for me, like I said in the beginning. So, yeah, I don't think I have anything else. The next video is going to be on a demonstration, and then I'm going to do it with some music, because that's another thing. You need to practice to your favorite music. Practice to music in general. Otherwise, it's going to be hard. Because here's the key. Here's the secret to why I have not stopped dancing. I have the drive to become great. Okay, that's already there. But you remember when you're at the gym and you need your music, or you forgot your headphones that day. And maybe it's psychological, but just stay with me here, okay? When you have music, when you're dancing to music, it's the sensation, okay? When you when you have that sensation, you don't think about the pain. You don't think about oh, this is such a workout to dance. But then all of a sudden, 10 minutes in, you're sweating, and you're like, whoa, I feel, so you're getting a great workout and you don't even know it, So that is the key. Don't just dance in silence, but listen to the music, practice to the music, and you're gonna see results, okay? I'm going to be as transparent with you guys as I can on everything that I've learned. I'll show you injuries that I had. I only had a couple. I'll show you my shoes, holes in my shoes and scrapes and bruises, and what to do when you go to a festival and all this stuff. I'm going to cover everything, because I want the next generation to just go out there and just loaded with knowledge and information and spread this amazing dance, okay? Because it's important to me, and I know it's important to the community, the shuffle community, and we want this dance to grow, okay? It's a little baby dance, and it's not so baby anymore. It's huge. It's big. So I'm about to get cut off here, I think. So I'm gonna end it. I like to talk a lot, so for those of you that stuck around this long, thanks. I'm gonna get going on the next video and get that posted. So yeah, alright guys, till next time, keep shuffling, keep dancing, keep practicing. Alright, it'll come in time. So later.